It's my day off and new phones were announced this week. So you know what I do on my day off when phones are announced? I go see these phones.
Now everybody scream enough respect to the X. Enough respect given.
So Google held their annual Pixel event last week. It was filled with celebrity endorsements, cringeworthy dialogue, and devices that weren't much better, at least on the surface.
Like I said, that's a Christian.
Today I have some time, so we're gonna head to the Google store in Manhattan. Thankfully, it's not too far from me, and get some hands-on with these devices.
And here we are. So here we are, people. Google Pixel 10. Size difference is clear. The XL is clearly bigger than the Pro and the regular 10. Take a quick look at this here. I think this is the Moonstone color. And I do like the triple cameras at the back. It's actually really nice. You can see it really clear. But what I want something this size, I've grown pretty accustomed to my Samsung Galaxy S24. That's different. So these are all the Moonstone color. Okay. You can see it with just like that. The regular 10 has this glossy glass finish, while this one is almost matte. This is the Pro. Also on the back of the Pro, extra camera there. Well, they both have the 3 lenses in the camera visor. Weight-wise, you would be ill-pressed to be able to tell the difference if these things were in a case. But looking at them, the difference is clear. Note the rail or the frame of the Pro. This nice shiny frame. I don't know if that's a titanium or whatever, but it's there. Whereas with the regular 10, plastic. Even though the back is glass, you can't deny that the Pro has a much more luxurious look to it. This looks very premium, whereas this looks very common and everyday. Now, taking a look at the colors, they have a green, that Moonstone, this blue that everyone is talking about, and I don't know what color this is. I hesitate to say white. It looks almost like a pink. It does look good though. Now on the Pro side and Pro XL, the colors aren't as eye-catching. Hey, this really one. There it is. You have the same green, the same. No, this has that other Moonstone. Yeah, that's a darker one. Yeah. So you have a more of a faded green. You have a cream, a light gray, and a dark gray. To me, the regular 10 has the better colors. So I'm always a fan of greens and creams. I like this, actually I like these 3 colors compared to what the Pro and the Pro XL have to offer. So I like the metal framing on the Pro and the Pro XL. Now here we have my Pixel 9. Yes, it's in this Clicks case, but we can still do a little quick comparison. Let's take this off. This isn't a Pro, so this is comparable to the 10. And you know what? The 10 looks to be a little tad bigger, just a little bit bigger than the 9, not by much. Weight-wise, no, it's even a little bit thinner. So they were able to shave, at least from my eye, a little bit off of the body of the 9. We also add the third camera. Same glass back, bundled in the same spot. So you know, if you're used to the 9, you'll be used to the 10 without issue. Even the antenna lines are in the exact same position. They didn't change much. Except for that. One second. You will note there is no SIM card tray on the Pixel 10. That's some BS. That is them and the carriers in agreement to try to lock you into whatever carrier you decide to do, or whatever phone you decide to use. I jump phones way too much to not have a SIM card tray to swap phones on the fly. This morning I swapped to my V2 from my S24 Ultra. I'm about to swap that to the Pixel 9 Pro because I want to make a video about this in the Clicks case. I can't call a carrier to do that every time I want to make a switch. It just makes no sense. While we're here, let's just look at the Pixel 9a. If you don't know, this is the budget version of the Pixel 9. Every time Google releases a phone, eventually there is a budget version. I just assume they have leftover parts and chips and they need to sell them at a discount to get rid of them. So they make a budget version of the phone you just paid almost twice as much a few months ago to have. But at least they try and draw your eye with something different. This pinkish red looks great. Note this cream on the Pixel 9a is not on the regular Pixel 10, but it is on the 10 Pro. So you would be paying $1,000 for this color if you were going based on colors alone. This color is on, well, I think it's on the regular 10. And here you have the gray. I actually prefer these colors, though I do wish they had a green option as well. Not that I need a 9a, I have my 9, but if you don't have a Pixel device and you want one, this is probably the way to go if you want something new. Now here we have the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. The first thing that I noticed just looking at this compared to the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, they have cut the sides. That annoying bezel at the side that made me just despise the way the Pro 9 Fold looked. This looks a lot better. That hinge feels great. And it's that same, almost like the apps themselves look. But here it's circular. So this doesn't look bad. Compared to the Pro 9 Fold, this actually looks better to me. I can see myself using something like this. The 9 Fold was a definite no. Still not as nice as the original Pixel Fold in my opinion. But to them, this is the better form factor. I don't know why. I personally prefer the Passport form factor from the Surface line and the Pixel Fold. But this hinge, this is the first time I have to talk about the hinge. It actually feels really good. They say it's IP68 dust and water resistant. And if that's what a hinge that is dust and water resistant feels like, I'm not mad. It feels really good. Make the switch if you wish. Now here we have the fold. Oh, in a wonderful green. This might get me, guys. This really might. This green is beautiful. It's the same green as the 10 Pro fold. And again, they have this one wonderful hinge. They cut down the bezel on the side here. I'm not gonna lie, I like this. It's just small enough for me to wield with one hand. Not 100%. I do have to adjust my thumb and my hand to reach the top. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. You can use this one-handed. Is it as thin as the Samsung Z Fold 7? Definitely not. I don't even think they tried. But do I appreciate this more than the Samsung Z Fold 7? I do. I definitely do. Color, again, this hinge feels so good. It's stupid. The hole punch, not the biggest fan, but at least it's in the corner, out of the way, as opposed to the Z Fold 7 when it's right in the middle. They should have kept it invisible, but we're not here to compare that. Not right now. This is, yeah, this is something that's rough. I like this one. I like this one a lot. So this is my Pixel 9, and this is the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. Now, we all know that the Fold is going to be the better of the two devices. More powerful, wonderful, more powerful, wonderful inner screen. But what I want to draw your attention to is the outer screen. The outer screen of the Fold here is not much bigger than the 9. I don't know, to me that's kind of interesting. So you're kind of going from a 9 size, or no, I don't think it's as big as the XL either. Somewhere in the middle, perhaps? Yeah, it's not as big as the XL. So it's somewhere between the regular and the XL, so interesting. But of course, when you open up the Fold, that's where things get intense. It's a nice phone. It's a very nice phone. Here is the Pixel Watch 4. First thing you notice, the different charging base for it. I think this is the 4th change for the base in just as many iterations of the watch. Is this one the best of them? You know what? I do like the way it holds the watch upright. So I assume when you are charging it, it can be used as a night table watch, and alarm clock, whatever the case might be. That is kind of cool. And of course, since the Pixel Watch 3, they've had the larger size. I have a Pixel Watch original, and I've been looking into getting one of the larger sizes of it, simply because though the watch works fine, I don't wear it that much, so I don't have that much battery degradation at all. I do prefer a larger display, and this has it. And of course, you have the ring, not the ring. You have the crown on the side here, and the feedback you get from that is always so nice. Each segment has its own vibration to it, and it just feels good. Now, here I'm wearing my classic, and this is great too. Do not get me wrong, I do prefer having some kind of tactile input. But if I don't have a ring, having a rounded face watch, talking to you, Apple, with a crown is the next best thing.
Very question? They're not compatible with the iPhone.
Not at all.
Very crazy. iPhones are compatible with that is compatible with any other Android phone. Let's say it.
This does look good.
Me too.
This looks very good. And there you see the size difference. They're both 44, but this has the outer bezel, so it kind of makes the watch look bigger than it is. This one has a little waterfall look. As you can see that it kind of goes right, it kind of curves with the display. This is a very nice, sophisticated watch. I do like the way it kind of curves over. Yeah. Now, these bands are technically for the Pixel Watch 3, but the bands are all compatible with the Pixel Watch 4. So everything you are seeing here are your options for the Pixel Watch. I don't know. I'm not sure what the Pixel Watch 4 has over the Pixel Watch 3 that would compel someone to spend more on it, except for this charging base. And I'm not sure this charging base was the best move because the pegs are on the outside.
Pause. With the older devices, the charger was on the back of the device. With the 4, it's on the side of the device. I really do feel that you might be able to damage those pegs if you aren't particularly careful with how you move. With the original ones, you pop the charging plate on the back and it magnetizes and you're good. With the newer ones, you need to put it on their little charging stand. I'm kind of uncomfortable just knowing that I have knocked the side of my watch plenty times. Along with the phones and the watch, Google also announced the Pixel Buds 2a and a new color for the Pixel Buds Pro. I currently have the Pixel Buds A, and you know what? They're great. I did have the original Pros, and the Bluetooth did break, so they no longer appear.
Is the Clicks case compatible? I couldn't even test it because it has this little thing in it. But I wonder if it is. The size is close enough. So there's a good chance the Clicks case for the Pixel 9 would work with the Pixel 10. Can this come out? No, that's in there. That can't come out. It would have been nice to try that out.
Last but not least, they had a lot of accessories on display for their new phones. From cases to power banks, they were all there for you to choose from.
We like this one here. And that one here, yeah, that's nice.
All in all, it was a pretty good trip to the Google store. I got to see all of the new devices from the Pixel 10, the Pro, the XL, the 10 Pro Fold, the various watches, the headphones, the 2A, and the new color for the Pros. You know, everything was there for you to get some hands-on time with. And that's what I like. I like when these stores allow the consumer to test the product, you know, get some real hands-on time with it before making that purchase decision. With that said, my name is NG, the Neon X, and enjoying this first look at the Pixel 10 line of devices. This is what I'm into.